Hello everyone, I am Dr. Donald Ozello of Championship Chiropractic in Las Vegas, Nevada. I am the author of Running, Maximize Performance and Minimize Injuries. Thank you for viewing today's episode of Dr. Ozello's Sports Medicine Report. Please feel free to visit my website, championshipchiropractic.com, where you can get additional information on the book, and you can also connect with me on other social media platforms. Please enjoy this sports medicine video. On today's episode of Dr. Ozello's Sports Medicine Report, I'm going to cover foot strengthening exercises. Now you may be asking yourself, foot strengthening exercises, why do we need those? And I understand that question. But first of all, in my professional opinion, when it comes to training, the feet are the most neglected part of the body. The feet need to be strong. The feet need to have proper motion. They need to be functioning the way that they should. The feet are our weight-bearing foundation, meaning that when we're standing or when we're placing weight on our feet for any reason, they're our foundation. They need to be working as good as they possibly can. Also, weakness in the feet, poor biomechanics in the feet, these are contributing factors for multiple overuse injuries. Just to name a few: shin splints, plantar fasciitis, patellofemoral pain syndrome, which is nicknamed runner's knee. Those are just a few of them. Also Achilles tendinopathy. All these conditions are preventable and treatable. One of the things that you can do to prevent these conditions is to strengthen your feet. The feet are a very complex structure. Everything in the foot, just like everything in the body, works as one synergistic unit. So we have to make sure that the entire foot is working properly. When we think about the anatomy of the feet, like I said, it's a very complex structure. There are 26 bones in the foot, 33 joints, over 100 muscles, tendons, and ligaments in one foot alone. There's a very complex arrangement of blood vessels and nerves. So all these things add up. The feet function with the ankle to give the ankle good motion. The feet, obviously, we have 5 toes, which the toes and the bones that connect to the toes, the metatarsals, that is called the forefoot. Then we have the midfoot, which is 5 bones. And then we have the hindfoot, which is the talus and the calcaneus. The calcaneus is the heel bone. So there's a lot going on in the feet. We want to make sure that our feet are functioning healthy, that they are working the way that we should, so we can get out there and do our exercises to the best of our capabilities and to make sure that the possibility of getting an injury is at its lowest. So strengthen your feet. You're going to enjoy this video a great deal. I'm going to cover several different exercises. First of all, I'm going to cover some basic foot strengthening exercises. Then we're going to get into the more advanced foot strengthening exercises.
The first of the basic foot strengthening exercise is a combination of 2 exercises: toe splaying and toe curling. Toe splaying and toe curling are going to strengthen the forefoot, the dorsum, and the plantar aspects of the foot. Anytime you are doing foot strengthening exercises, you want to make sure that your knee is pointing in the same direction as your foot. You don't want to have the knee pointing outward, which will lift up the inside aspect of the foot, and you don't want to have your knee pointing inward, which will lift up the outside aspect of the foot. So have the knee pointing in the same direction as the foot. This way you will have the lower body in good posture. You also want to be sitting in good posture. You can do these exercises seated or standing, but it works a lot better in the very beginning if you do them seated, especially when you are learning the exercises. And just like any other exercise, you want to start with the number of repetitions that you can do comfortably and then build up from there. Each of these exercises you could build up to 10 repetitions, and you always want to work both sides, even if you've only had the injury on one side. So you train both sides. There may be a difference in strength. Obviously, if you've had an injury on one side, then do a couple more repetitions for that side. But you always want to work both sides because we need strength in our feet. If you're in a preventative mode, then work both sides evenly. Or if you feel one side needs a little bit more work, then like I said, do a couple extra repetitions on that side. Now back to the first exercise. Like I said, the toe splaying and the toe curling. When we do the toe splaying and the toe curling, the heel is firmly on the floor and you want to dorsiflex the ankle just very slightly. So we're lifting the midfoot and the forefoot off of the floor. The first part is you do the toe splaying. So we splay the toes. We move the toes as wide as we can. Hold that for 2 seconds, relax, and then curl the toes as hard as you can for 2 seconds and relax. Then you want to dorsiflex the ankle a little bit more. So this way the forefoot and the midfoot are going to be raised off the floor just a touch more. Toe splay, hold for 2 seconds as hard as you can, and then relax and move directly into toe curling. So then you hold the toe curling for 2 seconds. Relax. Then you want to dorsiflex the ankle even farther. Toe splaying, hold for 2 seconds, and go immediately into toe curling. Perform these 2 exercises at a variety of dorsiflexion angles. Dorsiflexion is the ankle motion where we move the dorsum of the foot or the top part of the foot closer to the shin. So you do these at a variety of ankle positions to target all these muscles from numerous angles. The next exercise is the towel toe grab. Yes, the towel toe grab. The name is self-explanatory. You want to bunch up the towel just a little bit so you have something to grab onto. And you sit up nice and straight. Again, the knee should be pointing in the same direction as the foot. You want to curl the toes, hold the towel. You're grabbing the towel when you curl the toes. Hold for 2 seconds. Relax. Splay the toes for a second or two, and then relax. Pick up the towel with the toes, the towel toe grab, hold for 6 seconds. Relax. Splay the toes, just stretch them out for a second or two, and then relax back to the starting position. Perform another repetition. This exercise is going to strengthen the entire foot. This is an excellent exercise for strengthening the muscles that control the longitudinal arch of the feet and also the toe flexor muscles. So we combine the towel toe grab with the toe splaying. Towel toe grab for 6 seconds. Relax, and then toe splaying. Start at the number of repetitions that you can do comfortably and build up to 10 repetitions. You could do these exercises 3 times a week. Sorry I didn't say that earlier. You can do them all on the same day, do them one right after another, or spread them out throughout the day, but make sure you have a day's rest in between. The towel toe grab is a fantastic exercise for strengthening the entire foot. Again, it's an isometric exercise, so you squeeze as hard as you can. You hold that position for 6 seconds, relax, and then splay the toes. Now, the last exercise is the most complicated of the basic foot strengthening exercise. This is what's called a short foot exercise. This will help to strengthen the longitudinal arches of the feet. It's very similar to the towel toe grab, but we are raising the arch of the foot, but we're not curling our toes. The toes may press into the floor a little bit, and that's okay, but you don't want to curl the toes. The objective is to raise the arch, hold it for 6 seconds, and then relax. Again, you want to work both sides. You could alternate right and left, or you could perform all of your repetitions with one side and then switch to the opposite side. You can start with the knee and the ankle flexed or the knee flexed at 90 degrees, the ankle is in neutral, and then slowly move the foot outwards. So you're extending the knee very, very slightly. So again, you're targeting the muscles at a variety of angles. I want to go ahead and explain this exercise again. You are going to perform an isometric exercise. It's going to help to strengthen the the plantar aspect of the foot. Raise your arch as high as you can. Hold it for 6 seconds without curling the toes. You're not doing this. You're just raising the arch. Hold that for 6 seconds and then relax. Move the foot outwards a little bit and perform it again. You can start with the number of repetitions that you can do comfortably and build up to 10. Once you get up to 10, start with the knee at 90. Do 5 repetitions moving outwards, then do 5 more coming back. So you're going to get a total of 10 repetitions with the short foot exercise. So we have the toe splaying and the toe curling combination exercise, the towel toe grab, and the short foot exercise. Work both sides. Always start at the number of repetitions that you could do comfortably and build up to 10. These are isometric exercises. Learn the movements, be able to strengthen the entire foot. It's going to help you a great deal. Then once you have mastered these exercises, then you could advance to the advanced foot strengthening exercises. So you want to progress very, very gradually. If you're rehabilitating an injury, then take your time even more. If you are doing preventative, again, start at your current fitness level and build from there.
Once you have mastered the basic foot exercises, you can move on to more advanced foot and lower leg strengthening exercises. You can use the Bosu ball, which is an unstable surface, and it'll help a great deal to improve strength and to improve proprioception in the foot and lower leg. Another thing that you can do, it's more of a motion type of an exercise, especially if you're rehabilitating a foot or ankle injury, is what I call alphabet writing, where you picture yourself holding a pen or a pencil in between your toes and you move the foot into the alphabet, or move the ankle and the foot into the alphabet. Start with the capital letters, say when you're printing, and do the entire alphabet. Then do the opposite foot. Even if the injury is only on one side, you still want to build a coordination and the strength and the motion on both sides. So then you move to the lowercase printing letters and perform all of those. Do it with both sides. And then the next time you do it, you can do the cursive letters. Do it with one foot, and then do the capitals with one foot, then switch to the other foot. Do the capitals with that foot, then go back to the lowercase letters and do the same thing with the opposite foot. It sounds kind of funny. I remember hearing about it a long time ago. I was thinking, that's kind of strange, but it works really well because you're moving your feet in very coordinated motions, and it helps to strengthen the feet. It helps to improve motion in the foot and in the lower leg, and it incorporates the entire foot. Like I said before, the foot is a coordinated system of bones, muscles, ligaments, joints, everything, nerves, blood vessels. So we want to make sure everything is as healthy as possible. Some of the other exercises that you can do once you have mastered the basic foot strengthening exercises that I just went over before. You can do things like pool running. You get in the pool and you want to make sure, first of all, that your symptoms are completely gone. You don't want to aggravate any symptoms. If you have plantar fasciitis symptoms, you want to stay away from this exercise. But you get in the pool and the water should be about just deep or so, not too deep, not too shallow. And so obviously you're going to be in the shallower end of the pool, and you just run from one end of the pool to the other end of the pool. And when you do this, you have to push off really hard with your feet. So it's going to strengthen your feet, and it's going to strengthen your calf muscles and your ankles a great deal. Also, you can do sand running. Sand running is extremely difficult. Your feet sink into the sand, and you have to push extremely hard First, you want to start with walking, then you move to a slow jog, then more jogging, then running, and then you're sprinting. So you have to start with this exercise very gradually, but it's going to help a tremendous amount. Another advanced foot strengthening exercise is plyometrics. Now you may be asking yourself, what is this? Or you may have heard that term. It's just explosive jumping movements. You may be jumping side to side, you may be jumping forward or backwards, you may be jumping onto a surface that has a higher height than what you're at right now. It doesn't matter. I should say it matters, but all of those are part of the explosive jumping movements of plyometrics. So you do these and it helps to strengthen the entire foot because, again, everything works in synergy. Other types of exercises that are going to strengthen your feet are Pilates. Pilates is an excellent exercise that is going to allow you to strengthen the entire foot. First time I did Pilates, I was shocked at how sore the bottom of my feet and my lower legs and the lateral aspect of my ankles were the day after and for a couple days after. So I know it really targeted those areas. Some other things that you can do, first of all, just walking around barefoot. If you want to use the barefoot shoes, by all means give them a try, but you have to break them in very gradually. Start at home, just walking around. Start at the gym, just doing your regular training without doing any running or sprinting, wearing the shoes so your body gets used to it. It is something that may take you a long time to build up so that you can actually go running with these type of shoes. But they are going to help you build strength and improve the biomechanics in your foot. If you can use them, by all means use them, but start just very gradually. Start wearing them around the house, wearing them when you're doing other types of exercise, then build up to running. Thank you for viewing today's episode of Dr. Ozello's Sports Medicine Report, where I covered foot strengthening exercises. Having strong feet is vital to preventing overuse injuries in the lower extremity and also improving your athletic performance. Foot strengthening exercises, there are actually 2 chapters in my book. Like I mentioned in my book before, Running, Maximize Performance and Minimize Injuries. I have 2 chapters. One is the basic foot strengthening exercises, chapter 32, then the advanced foot strengthening exercises, chapter 33, pages 156 and 160. Always remember, strengthen your feet, stretch your calves. The entire body needs to be exercised. Do not neglect one body part. Like I mentioned earlier, the feet are, in my opinion, the most neglected body part when it comes to training. Strengthen your feet. It's going to give you an outstanding advantage. You will increase your personal records. You will increase your performance. You will be shocked once you really start to see results in your foot strengthening, how it helps your performance. Please remember to strengthen your feet. I am Dr. Donald Ozello of Championship Chiropractic in Las Vegas, Nevada. Thank you for viewing today's episode of Dr. Ozello's Sports Medicine Report. Train hard, train smart, stay injury-free, and accomplish your goals.